is Margaret in Windsor, and I just put up one video. I wanted to continue with this one, though. I was talking about my kidnapping, being brought over here from Buckingham Palace. I was kidnapped in 41, and I was brought to Moulton, Alabama, and I'm going to show this real quick and get to what I was going to say on this tape. I was brought to Moulton, Alabama in 41. This was made in 42, I believe. I thought it was 43. Anyway, I just got these. This is me. And I remember, and this is the woman that killed her twins. They were born out of wedlock, Lina. All the family covered up the murders and my kidnapping. They always knew who I am. I'm Victoria II, and this is my father, Edward VIII, to show you how they've changed history. My father was married to Claudia Ruth O'Keeffe, an American, sister to artist Georgia O'Keeffe. Now then, this is the double that married Wallace Simpson, and they'll tell you in history that my father married Wallace and they became the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. And that's a total lie. This is my Uncle George, illegal George VI. In 1939, the year I was born, planning my kidnapping with Roosevelt. And this is illegal Elizabeth and her brood. I've been homeless. I've had every law, antifreeze put in me, everything. And she's lived in my homes and lived this life. Look at her clothes. I got 2 pair of pants, or 3 at the most now. This is my sons, Mark and Scott, aired after me. I have no idea where they are. And this is a picture of me I just got when I was growing up in Moulton. This is another one. And by the way, I said this was a glossed over picture. They're all, if you want to say it gussy, there were no cars. There's just a piece of the building there that you can't see. It was a shack, a pigsty. The abuse is unreal. This man should have been locked away. And I can't say much more. I will say it for all of them because I hope this young fellow's my friend. I don't know. I won't go any further there. I wrote about mind control murders and didn't find out about my kidnapping until after I was flown out to Flint. The person that shot him in Lawrenceville, Georgia, was programmed, and he shot and killed his attorney, and I was living in Marietta doing the book, and then I had a letter from the FBI. Come to find out, the FBI were always involved because the Kennedy, Joe Kennedy, and his sons helped kidnap me. Joe was ambassador to England, and I'm putting that in. The Jews, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, after my kidnapping, I'm the legal heir. Victoria II, none of anything, the treaties they signed are legal where they allowed the United States to put all its bases over Great Britain. Look around you. What's British anymore? Look what's really going on. They've got the monarch, me over here hostage, and Britain hostage, the UK. They got an Area 51, by the way, among other things, down in Australia. Look what they're doing to Canada. So I want to get back to this. I'm allergic to chemicals. They've used that, my immune system attacks itself when I'm in a toxic room, and they've kept the rooms I have. This is a motel room here, and you should see, this has not just happened that they've got remodeling. This happens everywhere, and prior to that I go. And prior to this, they had toxic, and they still do, coming out of the air conditioning. And I can't use the heat right now, and it's cold. It was down in the 20s last night. But I'm trying to get this all in one because I wanted to show you this. I was writing about mind control, and that was like the April the 16th of '07, the mass murders at Virginia Tech, the shootings was part of it. And I won't try to get the others on. I just want to say this. Well, this is he was at Virginia Tech, which is right next door to me in Blacksburg, and He was a psychiatrist for Hood Shooter. Now that I wanted to get to this, these people are under mind control. They're programmed. They have no idea where would they go. You don't hear your psychiatrist talking about this. So people are going to prison that are under mind control and programmed to shoot when they have no option. They don't even know they're going to do it. They don't know what's happened to them. One of the things that they don't want told about me, first of all, is that they kidnapped a monarch and the torture and the hellacious crimes they've done against me and my sons. This is Timothy McVeigh, though. He was one of your soldiers, and he said the Army implanted a chip up him, the Oklahoma City bombing. Well, I can tell you, they did stuff there. I had to be in a position when that happened, and the Waco, and I could go on. But I wanted to show this because they've lined it up here. I've been here for 5 months. It's owned by the Patels and Shaws. And they own all the motels and everything around here. In other words, where I've lived has been made toxic. And I have been sick. It ruins your organs, the inflammation in your body. I wanted to get to this, though. If they tell about me and they'd have to tell about the mind control murders, they know I would. And you think that was part of what, at some point, that's the point of doing mind control murders in patterns, because mind control is invisible. Just like I can go everywhere and say that they're putting toxic fumes, they're coming out of the air conditioner. They can just look at me and say that's crazy, because I can't get an attorney. Law enforcement is doing it. And if this is ever told before a court of law, where they can't deny it anymore, there's so many people in prison who have been under mind control. It's been used on them. So it would, a lot of those would have to be retried, and you'd wonder how many that are innocent people, victim of mind control, that's in prison. Now I wanted to get to this one, I guess, and that's about all I can say. I'm sure I wanted something else. But the FBI, I've told this on other tapes, the FBI are the ones, they're the investigative branch all over the country. By the way, they're in England, and nobody wonders about it because the United States is still living good themselves. But the FBI are the ones, it's Division 5, my understanding, that's a special unit division, and it's policemen. And anyway, and they're the ones that's done the mind control murders, et cetera, You also got the MK Ultra and the CIA in on the whole thing. But what I wanted to do is, it's almost like in court yesterday, and this is where they had me for living in the forest. How's this? They don't tell all the background on what they're doing to me that I'm responding to. And they've got me in court in the Poth building when you've got the Timothy McVeigh and the Waco and John Benet Ramsey. That's another one that comes into this, and yes, it can be proven. But it would be so many crimes that have been prosecuted and people who are innocent there if this is told. Now then, there is a policeman that was DEA, and he was investigating for them, and he was caught doing favors for, like, women. I don't know that they're prostitute, but 3 of them. And if he would not prosecute them or help them evade the law, they'd broken the law, and they give him sexual favors, then he'll do this for them. And I'm not putting it very well here, but you know what I mean. One hand does the other one. Anyway, I won't get graphic. I did it on the last tape. But that's bribery. It's it's using the law to help break the law is what it's doing, and they're concerned about the past. He was DEA doing DEA investigation for those cases where there's sexual favors. In my case, the FBI got local and state law enforcement. They go over state lines. They got people to do things illegal assault everything in the book against me, and they would drop the charges against